You've got a fire in your belly, a passion to serve, and an insatiable drive to contribute. You know that if you can just get your message in front of the right people, you can change lives. But where to start? There are so many options, so many moving pieces. You get bogged down, overwhelmed, frustrated, while the burning desire to serve others consumes you. I know, I've been there. And these days I bring life-changing impact and value to people's lives through the creation of books, funnels, online courses and coaching programs, and virtual summits. This is the Call to Serve podcast. I'm Tim Cooper, and this is my journey. When you plant a seed, you must water it, fertilize it, nurture it, ensure it's in the optimum environment for growth. And it's the same when it comes to you. You must always be feeding and fertilizing your mind and making sure that what you're doing, who you're associating with, puts you in an optimum environment for growth. Because there's a lot of naysayers out there. There's lots of people who say they're your friends, but they'll try to hold, like if they can see that you're going in an upward direction, there's lots of people out there who will do anything to hold you back. So you've got to be very conscious of the people that surround you and making sure that that the people that you surround yourself with are positive and supportive and not poisoning your seed for growth. Throughout all these episodes, you'll hear me always referring to two people mainly, and that's Myron Golden and Russell Brunson, because they're the people who have helped me break through a lot of my barriers and my blocks. They've helped me a lot with my mindset. They've inspired me. They've shown me that I can succeed. So I'll always give credit where credit's due. And over the years, especially since I've been immersed in marketing, I have invested thousands of dollars in coaching programs and courses and that sort of stuff. And I mean live coaching, so getting onto coaching calls, doing work, being able to ask questions, getting unstuck, moving forward. Because when you are being coached by somebody who has been there before and they've got the success on the board, and then you run into an obstacle, then it's so much quicker for you to be able to just be in contact with that person and go, hey, I'm stuck, can you help? And then you can move forward a lot quicker. So your growth just speeds up. You get so much momentum because having a coach doesn't stop you from hitting those blocks. You probably hit those blocks quicker. But having a coach or mentor helps you move through that block so much quicker. And so yes, I've invested a lot of money in live coaching, in mentoring. Like my good friend Kevin Anson is an absolute guru when it comes to video marketing, videos in general, and he's the guy behind a lot of the marketing videos that Russell Brunson and ClickFunnels and Frank Kern and Grant Cardone and Brendan Burchard, all these big names. He's behind all their video ads, and he is my video mentor. As I mentioned in a very early episode when I was having all these video problems getting this podcast off the ground, he was there for me. I could just type in Facebook Messenger and just message him directly, just go straight to the expert, straight to the guru with a problem. And he's helped me so many times that way over the last probably 4 years. He's always been there for me. And that's what you get when you invest. Now, when it comes to Russell Brunson, I've invested a lot in his coursework, but I haven't invested in his live coaching. I've invested a little bit of money with Myron Golden, but I'm going to invest a lot more money. But while that's happening, while I'm working on having the disposable funds to do that investment, and that's what it is, it's not spending money, it's investing. While I'm working on that, I can still keep on moving forward and gaining knowledge by watching their free their free YouTube videos and reading books. So like I've got a number of books of Myron Golden's I'm going through, and I also recently signed up for one of his 5-day challenges. So the point is that if you're just starting out and you can't afford to get on coaching calls with a mentor, there are still ways that you can move forward through investing in books and online courses, checking out free YouTube videos, so you get to a point where you're earning enough money that you can invest. But I think it's very, very important that you invest in yourself, because once again, it will just take you forward so much faster. You'll see success. It's not a cost. It's not a cost. I was talking to another friend of mine. His name's Lloyd Hale. He owns 4 health practices. It started off being medical massage, and it's grown out to these integrative health clinics. He also owns a gym, and he's built that to 8 figures. Right? So he started off with medical massage, built it out to include all these other services and all these other practitioners. Got 4 clinics, 1 gym, and he's making 8 figures. And he said, when I spoke to him, and I probably spoke to him about 3 years ago now, might have been probably 2 years ago the last time I spoke to him. He said at that stage he'd probably invested $450,000 in coaching and consultants. He's invested $450,000 in coaching and consultants. But he's also now got an 8-figure business, okay? So he could have got to 8 figures maybe, but it would have taken him longer. So I can't express strongly enough the importance of getting a mentor. Now, here's the other thing. Choose your mentor wisely, whether you are either going to be spending a large sum of money on personal coaching, or whether you're reading books or watching videos or going through training programs. Make sure that they are in alignment with where you want to go and what you want to do, and they've got success there. And then, please, do exactly what they say. Don't think you know better. Do exactly what they say, implement exactly what they say, and stick with it long enough for it to work. The biggest thing I see with a lot of people is that they're studying information from so many different sources, and a lot of that information is conflicting, and then they get confused. Then they don't know what to implement, or they then start to do a hybrid before they even worked out what's working or not. Then they do a hybrid. They take this piece from this person, this piece from this person, this piece from this, and they sort of mishmash it together, and then they wonder why they're not getting the result. And then they blame the author of the book or the person on the video. I can tell you now that ClickFunnels, Russell Brunson, let's not talk about ClickFunnels, because you don't need ClickFunnels to implement what Russell Brunson teaches. I personally don't use ClickFunnels. I used ClickFunnels for a long time, but I've found another platform. But the training material that Russell Brunson puts out has created, I think at last count, 1,300 or 1,400 millionaires, 7-figure businesses. I'll say 7-figure businesses, right? Let's not say millionaires, because we don't know. They might be paying 40% of that out to affiliates or whatever, or there could be other costs. But I'm talking about funnels that generate $1 million or more. And then he's got the 10x. So he's got the 10x award, where people are making more than $10 million from a funnel. He's got the 100 million award, where people are earning $100 million from funnels. And there's some people pretty close. And he's also going to bring out the 3 comma club, which is $1 billion. All right. But the point is that training has, like, the stuff that he teaches obviously works because the people that he gets up in front of and he teaches, if they follow what he says, he has created a lot of wealth for people, okay? And there is like the classic example, what I want to sort of focus on here is a lady called Caitlin and her husband. And they started off, like, I've seen videos of her in the early days where they're basically in this apartment and they've got no furniture and their bed is an air mattress and that sort of stuff. And what they did is they would put on a training video of Russell's and they'd watch it, they'd take notes, and then they'd pause it. They'd pause the video and they would go and do it. They wouldn't wait until the end of the video, right? They wouldn't wait till the end of the video. They would actually pause the video and they would go and implement it. They would go and do it. And once that was done, they'd come back and they'd watch some more of the video, right? And then they'd pause it and they'd go out and do it, right? Following step by step by step without question. And you know what? They built something called Lady Boss. You can go check it out. It's a multi-million-dollar, at least. Well, I know it's doing over 10 million a year. I don't know where it's at, but it is massive. And they went from nothing to that with a lot of hard work, right? This is not no push button easy, right? But just by following somebody who they aspire to be, who's got the results they want, and doing exactly, not thinking I know better, doing exactly what was instructed, and they saw success. And I've recently done the same thing with my coaching program, doing just following steps, boom, boom, boom. Following a proven formula. Don't think you know better, just follow the formula. If it's worked for somebody else, it's going to work for you. Generally, right? So that's what I want to say is a lot of people, they don't see success as quickly as they can, or they start going down one road, then they see a shiny object over here and they go, oh, shiny object. Ooh, let's see this one. And they don't give what they're doing a chance to actually succeed, because they don't see success fast enough. It's like, as I said, it's like you planting that seed in the garden and you're there watering it every day and fertilizing it and making sure that it's in the right place in the garden so it's not getting too much sun or enough sun or whatever. And then when the seed doesn't come through the ground in 2 weeks, you go, that doesn't work, and you dig the seed up and you throw it away. Does that make sense? Well, don't do that with the seed that you plant. Give that seed time to germinate. Give that seed time to sprout. Give that seed time to push through the earth. And then see it grow and flourish. So that's my message to you today. You must invest in yourself. Okay? Find somebody you can relate to, who's got the success. As I said, and I'm following 2 people at the moment, but the reason I'm following 2 people is they're so closely aligned and they complement each other. There's nothing conflicting in here, right? Myron and Russell are complementary sides of a coin. On one side of the coin, you've got Russell with his marketing, probably one of the best marketers in the world. And on the other side of the coin, you've got Myron, who just brings amazingly unique content to the world. Major mind shift changing and sales training. All right, so you've got the marketing on one side, you've got the personal development and sales on the other side. And their teachings come together as a perfect fit. So that's why you can do that. And if you find something like that, that's great. But don't go out and start just getting all this information from 10 different sources, because all you'll do is confuse yourself, because you will find that you'll see conflicting information. So that's it for today. Once again, if you can't afford to invest in coaching at the moment, find their books, study them, implement what they're teaching in the books, put it to work, make the money, and then make a commitment, make a promise to yourself that as soon as your income is reaching a level and is sustainable, that you will actually invest in that live mentoring. So once again, if you're watching this on YouTube If you haven't done so already, please click the subscribe and the little bell. Give it a thumbs up. If you've got any questions or feedback, please drop them below. At some point towards the end of this video, there will be a playlist popping up somewhere around here, which has got all the previous episodes. If you're listening to this on another podcast platform and you've found value, please follow the show, give it a review, and if there's a way for you to reach out to me via the platform, please do so. Otherwise, I'm always available at tim@timcooper.au. That's tim@timcooper.au. I would love to hear from you. Okay, until tomorrow, you take care.